pretty interesting day. So we'll see how that turns out. I have a sit-in to go to. I keep calling it protest. I have a sitting to go. We'll see how that goes. So yeah, it's about a bunch of demands that the students have about these administrations. They are pretty discontent with the direction that the President Bardo is taking the university, and so we'll see how it goes.
Students demand transparency. We the 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 students demand.
So I just walked out of that protest thing or whatever sit-in. I don't know. I don't think the president is gonna show up. I kind of hope that he does. I mean, most of the demands that they're advocating for, I mean, they're pretty reasonable. I agree with all of them. I mean, as a student, I agree with all of them, obviously. But yeah, I mean, more on that now. So now that that's over, the sit-in is over, I do want to discuss, well, not discuss, but like talk about what just happened. So, a friend of mine, gosh, my hair, this light is just, I look like a ghost. This whole thing started off as it kind of a build-up, I think even from last semester or something. There has been tensions between the student body and the administration and the President Bardo executive whatever team, and so this is kind of like a first step towards achieving his resignation and to achieve a lot of things that would help or improve student life on campus. One of the problems that they have with this administration is it's about transparency. It's about the fact that that Bardo and his team do not communicate well with the student body. They make decisions without consulting the direct stakeholders, and whoever speaks against that gets either bullied, threatened, or even fired. And they have a bunch of demands for that, which I agree. I think that transparency is one of the main things that institutions should have, and if there is a lack of it, then campus is going to be run ineffective. Bad decisions are going to be made based on special interests and not the interest of the major stakeholders, which is unheard of. It's not unheard of. It's been kind of a big deal, especially since they want to put a YMCA on campus, and a lot of people don't agree with that, and it caused the resignation of an important guy at the recreation center. He's the director of campus recreation. He resigned, and apparently it was a forceful resignation. It was because he spoke out against this whole situation, and so obviously you don't want to have that culture in which you cannot express yourself if you are against a decision that is made. Tying on to that, the second thing is about the fact that the faculty and staff are not being treated good if they speak against the administration, against the decisions that are made. They have been threatened, and they cannot speak against it, and that's stupid. It's really dumb. You want to have that opposition. Opposition is essential to have a good institution, to have a good, and it's not just a university institution. It's like like in general. Like if you're running a country, you must have opposition, and if it's a knowledgeable opposition, if it's like a enriching opposition, it's not like something that is just protesting for the sake of protesting or for the sake of calling the attention. You want that because you want to make campus better. You want to make student life better. You want to make education better. And you're not going to get it without opposition. So, I completely agree with that. And the final thing is about diversity, which also ties into the rest of the demands and the issues that they are protesting about. Um, Wichita State, is my understanding, is one of the most diverse campuses in Kansas, if not the most diverse campus. Not sure. But even so, you can you see, or as I see at least, everything. You know, all minorities. There are Muslim students here, there are Black students here, Latino, international students from several different countries, and this diversity is great, but is not, is not part of a speech. And I have a feeling that this is what's been happening. That they've been saying that the campus is diverse without actually taking action to make sure that minorities are achieving, you know, what they want. You know, they're graduating with a good GPA, and there's going to be opportunity for them after they graduate or even before. And so that's one of the other things they're advocating about, is just giving minority groups of students more opportunities, which I completely agree. I mean, it is only fair to do that. Opinion on this, it's kind of simple-ish. I agree with everything they say. I think I kind of try to remain objective in the whole logistics of this. And I'm not going to go to that in this video, but I do think that there's a need of reaching to more people in the community. But even so, I think this is a great first step. The sit-in I think it was relatively productive. It is my understanding that Bardo didn't show up in the end, which the leaders of this were expecting it. I guess the only thing remaining is moving forward towards that. What else? As an international student, there are a lot of things that that concern me, particularly tuition, and if they're going to increase tuition to build new things for the innovation campus, to get more money, to be able to, ask for loans or whatever, you should consult the students. I don't want my tuition to be increased. I'm completely against that. I already pay a fuck ton of money for that to live, and that is not even counting housing. I don't live on campus. I think having a $900 apartment on campus is not only dumb, but also completely irrational, considering some students are not really rich. So I think money-wise it's one of my main concerns. And the other concern that I have is I don't want this whole innovation campus thing, bringing new companies, bringing new things, to drown the education side of the university. The university is here to educate people. We're here to get an education, to get a fucking paper, so that we can have something to show for when we apply for jobs. So I want a good education. I don't particularly want a lot of companies to just come here. I don't see the point of that. I don't see myself enriching my knowledge having Airbus across the street. So that's my opinion. I guess this